fit it. Who they in our house, we win it. Orange and black and white, we build it. Earn our stripes, you know we kill it. Bleed our colors, jungle dripping. Nasty, natty, yeah, we live it. Lit the crowd, get the city loud. Yeah, we feasting now. Fit the bounce, make the city howl. Now we beastin' now. Thunder through the tunnel from the sideline to the huddle. Stripes be tatted on the jungle when we flex that who they muscle on them. Stripes, Cincinnati, we gon' rise in the in the jungle, we unite in the drippin' orange and black and all day when we fight, live and die in the stripes. Stripes. Now who gotta move like it on? Stripes. Now who wanna move closer on? Stripes. Now who wanna move on? If you got stripes in your the city, know you rock 'em. Yeah, we got 'em. Yeah, we fuck 'em. Like that black and orange on bottle. Bingo bottle. Never stop it till the beast and know who they rockin' with the diamond stripe, flossin' on the ring. Cincinnati, she's our queen. We gon' show the world who king. Orange in the day, black in the night. Stripes in our veins, sparks gonna fly. The beast is awake, orange, black and white. 'Cause when the jungle come alive, who day we ignite in Cincinnati, we gon' ride in the jungle, we unite in drippin' orange and black and white. All day when we fight, live and die in these stripes. Now who gotta move like it on? Now who wanna move closer on? Now who wanna move on? All day when we fight, live and die in these stripes.
Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the show. This is Robert Bass, your host, man, Jeff Trimple. And as always, I'm bringing you sports from a West Side point of view right here in the great city of Cincinnati, Ohio, home of Who Dey Nation and the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, if you notice, I'm coming to you from the camera on my computer again because that one completely died, so I have to go get a new camera. So sorry for the different looking camera angle, but it is what it is. Now, do me a favor. If you found the show, hit that like and subscribe button. Smash that thumbs up. I'm up to 1,340 subscribers. That is awesome. And as always, I appreciate every single one of you guys. Now, I'm coming to you live from the Ice Cave and from the Ice Bar. And the Ice Bar is brought to you by T Properties. T Properties, quality housing for quality people. Check out their website at www.tpropertiesllc.com for all your rental property management needs and your rental needs. All right, guys, this is like kind of my pre-game show. You know, I figured I've been trying to get Tony the Tiger on here. And for those of you who don't know who Tony the Tiger is, where have you been at? Tony the Tiger is one of the most infamous Bengals super fans around. He's down there in section 158, and let's get to it. Here he is, Tony the Tiger. Tony, what's going on, buddy?
What up?
How are you today? You look like you're got your game face on. You ready to go?
Yeah, I'm ready, man. It's game day. Let's go do this.
Exactly. Now, me and Tony were at 16 Lots last night and joined the memorabilia show by that Bengal Jim put on, and we had a very intense Bengals trivia where we both. Well, you got second place, I think, didn't you? I got fourth.
It was a great time, man. The trivia was awesome. It was nice to be able to get them questions and hear some of that history. And then I think all top, we had, 3 top teams and all within 1 point. So it was a good time.
Right, Mary. There's a lot of people there last night that knew their Bengals trivia. Now, I got to ask you this now, and people always wonder how, when super fans create their identity or whatever, the story behind it. So what's the story behind Tony the Tiger, and how did you become Tony the Tiger?
Well, Tony the Tiger kind of morphed over the years, and I started doing this about 7 years ago. And it actually just started, I've been a season ticket holder for a while, and I go to the games just as everybody else does as a normal fan, wearing that jersey and that ball cap. But one game we decided to put a little face paint on, and it kind of went from there. My daughter actually started it for me, and it was more of a tribal look when it first started, so it was kind of cool. And then what happened was my daughter was in the Army. She went to boot camp, and then I had to try to develop it myself. So started just doing it myself in the mirror with the hand paint and brushes, and now this is what it is. And basically my name's Anthony, right? So it got shortened to Tony, and then Tony the Tiger came alive.
There you go. And that's like I told you before. I said it to you in person. That's talent right there to be able to paint all that by yourself on your own face. Like I said, I have a hard time shaving my own face sometimes, let alone putting paint on it. So I like the whole get up. And I know I wear this to game day, and I know people ask me, "Is that your real hair?" And I always go, "Nope." How many people ask you if that's your real hair?
A few people. I got multiple wigs. This one obviously is fake, but I do have a black one that I wear a lot of times, and some people do ask me, "Is that your real hair?" And I'm like, "Nope." I'm a little bald up at the top.
So where do you get the wigs and the hats? Do you make them, or do you have someone make them? How do you get them?
Yeah, pretty much I make them all. My wife calls me Martha Stewart, so I always always create things and signs and my chains. I make my own chains and my face, and I just buy the wigs and hats and put it all together, put a little paint on it, and here we go.
Well, you're very creative. I think Martha Stewart does fit you well, because I've seen a lot of your drawings and stuff that you put on Facebook and things like that. You're a very talented guy. I mean, I'll give you credit. You got people got talent for certain things, and you're a very creative guy. So I really appreciate and really like what you put time into and stuff for your outfit and just the things that you do and put out there on Facebook.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
No problem. So it's game day. I know it's preseason, so it's going to be a little laid back tailgate, but what's your thoughts on the season ahead? Joe Burrow's going to be back today. The defense is looking better. Joseph Ossai is out, but what's your thoughts on the season going forward here?
I'm sure I'm like any Bengal fan. This is always a good year. It's always going to be our year, right? But
exactly.
There is something about this year. I can't tell you exactly what it is, but there is a feeling at Paul Brown Stadium, Houday Nation, the jungle, that this year is going to be special and it's going to be different. And I've bought into it. I'm looking forward to it, and I just can't wait to get it going on.
Yeah, exactly. I'm with you on that, Tony. I mean, that's what I keep telling everybody. And they're like, "Oh, you're just wearing orange glasses," which, hold on, let me put those on here. I got my orange sunglasses on. So, yeah, I do have orange sunglasses. But there is something different about this team. When they all show up for minicamp, when they don't have to, I think that's a sign of a good sign, because we had all this narrative that, last year toward the end of the season that Zach lost the team and people don't like the coaching staff and all this stuff. And I keep going, if they don't like them, then why are they showing up when they don't have to? So to me, that's where they're all bought in. And there is something there about this team. And I think a lot of it has to do with Jackpot Joey Burrow.
Yeah, I think him coming back after the injury, showing his worth ethic and his demeanor about himself is it's phenomenal. And I think the fans are seeing that. And I'll be honest, I think Elizabeth Blackburn has a lot to do with this too.
Yes.
For the fans and what we need to do there. She is very infectious. I just love being around her and talking to her. She's done a lot for this team, and I just can't wait to get this season going. And like I said, I don't think we're going to go to the Super Bowl, even though I'd like for us to. But yeah. I think it's going to be a good year for us, one way or the other.
Yeah, I mean, I like I said, this is find it here. This is my orange sunglasses schedule look. But I mean, I really do think we're going to have a shot at being close to this. If I can find it, it's all the way up here. I predicted this when the schedule came out. Where is it at? There it is. So I got it going 11-6. Now I know that, like I said, that's the orange sunglasses view, but I think we got a shot at least 9-10 wins. I mean, realistically, I do think we can get 9 or 10 wins a year or this year. I mean, it's a tough schedule, but the way it starts out, there's a very good chance we could be 3 or 4-0 going into that Green Bay game. I think Minnesota could be a win. Chicago could be a win. I have a loss against the Squealers because that's in Pittsburgh, and we just have a hard time beating them there, and they just Tomlin just doesn't lose. And you got Jacksonville. But I do think there's a shot of us being 3-1, 4-0 by the time we get to Green Bay. Or Green Bay comes here, I should say.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's pretty realistic. I'm going for 10 wins. That was kind of what I kind of shot out for this year. So either way, it's our Bengals. We always love our Bengals, and I'll be there win or lose. But I just think it's going to be a great year. Absolutely.
And the thing is, like, what the national narrative where they all keep going and saying, I mean, Sports Illustrated came out and said we're going to be 3-11, and Mike Flores and Chris Sims said, they're forcing Joe Burrow to play. All this national narrative crap it's bull crap, to be honest. And the honest point is, if Joe Burrow did not get hurt last year, there's a very good chance we could be pretty close to 500 last year. And to me, if that did happen, that would have completely changed the national narrative, because they would be like, oh, well, they made a jump. They went from, 4 wins to 8 or 7 or whatever it would have been with Joe Burrow there. Now's the time to make the jump to their playoffs and everything. And honestly, I think we can make that jump this year, because what I think would have happened last year, because Joe Burrow is still Joe Burrow. I mean, I've been down there at practice almost every day. He's running around looking great. So I'm always on here trying to get the national narrative, or just knock down the national narrative of what they say about our Bengals.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think Burrow's ready. I did a post a few weeks ago about that, and I have no worries that he's not ready to get in there and lead this team to some victories.
Exactly. He's looking. I mean, Tony, I've seen him run around. We were down there, a couple weeks ago on Saturday together. He's running around. If he didn't have a knee brace on, you wouldn't know. I mean, you really wouldn't. That's the only thing that tells anybody that he has or had an injury. Now, the national narrative that I've been talking about here brings me to the disappointment we all had on Tuesday when Ken Riley and Ken Anderson, neither one of them were elected to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Now, the problem I had with this is Ken Riley was runner-up last year. And to go from runner-up last year to, I don't even know if he was even in the running, to be honest, this year, the way the voters went. What's your thoughts on that thing? Bengals Nation, Who Dey Nation has to do to try to help. And what's this really, because to go in this year, I'm hoping.
Yeah, as you know, we did that big rally up at Canton, Bengal Gym and friends, and that's the first step, right? And we brought recognition on the grounds of Hall of Fame, and we showed our sport. We had over 200 fans come up there to rally us on, and we had a bunch of interviews from people and from the UK, and we're doing the right things. We just got to keep it vocal and keep trying to shine light that the Bengals, we do have some great players, and they do deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. For me, I'm disappointed, of course, just like everybody else. I was upset at first. I was furious, really. But stay the course, right? Stay the course and keep it. And we got Big Willie, like you said. We need to get him in. So let's concentrate now and refocus on just hitting Twitter and all the social platforms and to show why Big Willie needs to be in there. Exactly,
and he got a big push from I had his name. I can't think of Michael Strahan.
Yep.
Jim had a video of Michael Strahan praising Willie Anderson and Michael Strahan saying that Willie Anderson should be and deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. Those are the narratives that we need to get out there more. Because let's be honest, Willie Anderson is the second best lineman in Bengals history. I mean, it's Anthony Munoz, then it's Willie, then everybody else. So go ahead.
I agree with you. There's no doubt that he needs to be in there. I mean, he led that team with Corey Dillon. Everybody knows about Corey Dillon, and because of Big Willie, Corey was able to have a great year and be able to get them yards that he did. So I agree with you. I think Willie needs to be in there, and that's what we need to concentrate now over the next couple of months, is to show how diverse he is and how well and how much he needs to be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, exactly. Like David here says, if Riley had a star on his helmet, he would have been in the Hall of Fame in the 80s. And I hate to say it, but yeah, I agree with that. And that's one thing me and Bengals captain, he came on here with me on Tuesday, and we were vetting about it. And the thing that irritates me with the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and I compare it to the Major Baseball Hall of Fame. Major Baseball Hall of Fame is mostly about numbers, Yes, World Series and all that stuff is considered, but it's about their numbers. Pro Football Hall of Fame to me is more of a popularity contest, more of the teams that have won the Super Bowl, more the ones that the NFL pushes. I mean, how many more damn Squealers do they need in the Hall of Fame? I mean, how many Cowboys do they need? I mean, we've got one. I mean, the Detroit Lions got more than we do. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers got more than we do. I mean, and the Bengals have been around for over 50 years. So it's not like we don't have a history and a good history of good players, because Lamar Parrish should be in. I don't think he's ever going to get in, but he should be in. Lamar Parrish is the reason Ken Riley didn't get the Pro Bowls. Lamar Parrish got them. So,
right.
That's the thing. It's like there's so many Bengals I think that should be in that probably won't be. And the other one that I'm concerned about is Corey Dillon. And Willie tweeted out, I think last week, that if Corey Dillon had a adequate quarterback or passing game, he would probably his numbers would be even better, receiving yards and stuff like that. And I can't disagree with that.
Yep, I totally agree with you. I think with the Bengals, we always hear that we're the small market, right? And we always hear that that's an excuse. But for us, I mean, we have developed and have some really great players that need to be there. And the Hall of Fame needs to really recognize the fact that, I think Tom and Bengal Jim and the friends, they say this all the time, but there's a bottleneck there for our seniors. There's so many, and everybody is deserving of it. We're not taking anything away from the other teams or other players.
Yeah. There's
a bottleneck there, and they need to really open that up to allow more seniors to be able to get voted into the Hall of Fame. And I think that would really help.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at the NBA Hall of Fame, I mean, they almost let everybody in, which is fine. It doesn't bother me. Sometimes they like I did. I'm like, really? I'm like, oh, that's okay. I mean, it's a Hall of Fame. It shouldn't be. It's for the elite, for the best, but it doesn't have to be such a exclusive group. And the thing is, other fan base. It's not just for the players. It's for the fan base too. Let those fan bases like us enjoy going to the Pro Football Hall of Fame and seeing more than one guy. That when we went there for the rally to the hall, we all went and found Anthony Munoz. He's the only one that's in there.
Yep, of course, but yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah. Paul Brown, of course. Forget about that guy. But yeah. But I mean, as far as Bengals players go, Anthony Munoz is the only one in, and that's just, to me, it's a shame. And I don't know why the Pro Football Hall of Fame is like that. And I just don't understand what the bias or anger, I guess, sometimes of these senior writers and stuff are toward the Bengals. Like, what did the Bengals do that, they won't let anybody in?
Yep.
Now, Sammy wants to know if this is what we're wearing to the game. Yes, this is what we're wearing to the game.
I'm ready to go. As soon as I get done here, I'm heading down there.
Me too. I'll have my sunglasses on, and then that's gonna be my cape. So, anyway, all right. So speaking of the game tonight, real quick, and I'll get you out of here so we can head down the tailgate. For me, the two guys that I'm really looking forward to watching today in person, well, obviously Joe Burrow, obviously him, but as far as guys that are trying to one trying to make the team, excuse me, and the other one trying to get playing time is Derek Hodge and Cam Sample. What's your thoughts on Hodge? Some people say he's made the team. Some people say he has to do really good this game to make the team. What's your thoughts on him?
I'm going to agree. I think he's on the fence, man. I think he's deserving, and he's done really well. But I think he does need to have a pretty good show today and just finalize and put that final check marks in them boxes for what the coaches are looking for.
Exactly. I think there's a chance that I'm hoping he's not going to replace what we think Joseph Osai could do, but hopefully he can be, if he makes the team, Darius Hodges, if he can make the team be a piece on that pass rush, because we do need a rotation pass rush, and Joseph Osai was going to be a part of that. So I know Cam Sample is already going to be a part of it, and we know the H boys are going to be the two main ones. That's where I'm kind of seeing Hodges as kind of not necessarily replacing Joseph Osai, but being a piece that the Bengals could use moving forward this year.
Yep, I agree. And just excited to be able to watch the team play. I'm looking for the offensive line. I want to see how they've developed. Of course, that's the big story for us, right? So I think we've done a really good job in the offseason and trying to build our depth and get our starters up to and being healthy. And then, of course, my boy Hubbard. I love Hubbard, and I think he's going to have a breakout year too. He's progressing every year, doing better and doing more. So looking forward to seeing him out there as well. Actually,
I honestly think the way his pass rushes looked, I think Trey Henderson could get close to his 15.5 sacks he had last year. Because if it translate, what happens in preseason translates to the regular season, which sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. It could be a good. The Bengals have a good pass rush this year. So I'm looking forward to that. But Tony, I said you give me like 20 minutes. It is exactly 11:20. So I appreciate you coming on the show. Tell everybody you got any stuff going on with Bengal Gym or where they follow you at or anything like that.
Yeah, I'm on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook. Basically, just look for Tony the Tiger and give me a follow. I'd appreciate it. And just looking forward to going down there and tailgating with Bengal Gym today at Lottie. It's going to be a low key one, but we're still going to get together and and we got to have a preseason too, right? We got to get ready.
Exactly.
That open. We got to do our.
Yeah, you can't just go full bore. You got to kind of ease into it a little bit and then get ready to go. All right, Tony, I appreciate you. I'll see you here in about, hours. All right, brother.
All right, appreciate you guys. Thank you. Who day?
Who day? All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. Lindsay, you want a score prediction? I hate doing score predictions, especially on the last preseason game. I don't know. It could be 9-7. Bengals. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what's going on. But, yeah. Tailgate preseason. Yep, exactly. Anyway, so if you guys are going down, I am going to I'm going to get down there about 12 o'clock. So I will be starting at Longworth Hall. Matty Myers, the guy who does the Jackpot Joey stuff, will be there. So if you guys if you're interested in the Jackpot Joey t-shirts or hats or anything like that, go to Longworth Hall and you can buy them there. And like I said, portions of the proceed go to the Joe Burrow Hunger Relief Foundation. Excuse me. And then I'm heading down to the Bomb Squad, see who is down there. Then I'm going to end it at Bengal Jim's tailgate here. Let's see. What? What's I want to watch Jim. Really? I can't. I could care less about that, man. I know. Hey, I'm in the minority. You know, I know people. People like that stuff, Samuel. I can't get it. And the funny thing is, I like wrestling. You know, but I know that's fake. I mean, the boxing is supposed to be somewhat real, and I didn't even know who Jake Paul was until he started doing this stuff. And yes, Samuel, I got my mask. Thank you. It came in yesterday. I did get it. So, and Samuel said, I don't drink, but I'll take a nap until 3 o'clock. All right, buddy. We'll have a good nap. All right, let me get on out of here. But I want to thank the Facebook groups that let me live stream. This is like a short little, and this is why you should subscribe to my channel. So when I do go live, you guys are notified. But I'd like to thank Who Day Nation as always. Great Bengals group right there. Bengals Nation, Cincinnati Bengals to the Jungle, Bengals Who Day Nation, Cincinnati Reds, Ryan Third, heading for home. Then you can follow me on all my social media platforms, all under Sports with Strawberry Ice. On Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. The Twitter handle is at Jeff A. Trenopole. TikTok is at Iceman90. You can just look up Sports with Strawberry Ice and it'll pop up. I will be pulling the sound off later on. It might not be till later on tonight. We'll see, or maybe tomorrow. I will put it up on the podcast probably before Monday, or it'll be up Monday. So if you guys missed Dave, Tony the Tiger, and me, you can listen to it, check it out. Make sure you like, rate, and review. Give me a 5-star review. It's on Pod, Apple Podcasts, iTunes, pretty much wherever you get your podcasts. Make sure you download it, like it. And like I said, the podcast is blowing up. The YouTube channel is blowing up. YouTube is up to 1,340 subscribers. That is awesome. Like I said, YouTube, you guys are my originals. If it wasn't for you, I would not be where I'm at today. So I appreciate you guys very, very much. And as my boy, Jeremy Dimebag These Nuts likes to say, remember one thing and one thing only, and that is you don't live in Cleveland, you live in Cincinnati. Who Day? And that's just sports, baby. See ya!
Let's go. Orange in the day, black in the night. Stripes in our veins, sparks gonna fly. The beast is awake, orange, black and white. Cause when the jungle come alive, Who Day we ignite and Cincinnati we gon' rise and in the jungle we unite and dripping orange and black and white. Who Day when we fight, live and die in these stripes. Wake up the beast, every day is a feast. Time to bust it off the leash. In the jungle dripping heat, tigers strike the city streets. East side stand up, west side stand up. If you rapping Who Day, time to pick it. Cincinnati jungle fitted. Who they in our house, we win it. Orange and black and white, we build it. Earn our stripes, you know we kill it. Bleed our colors, jungle dripping. Nasty, natty, yeah, we lit it. Lit the crowd, get the city loud. Yeah, we feasting now. Fit the pounce, make the city howl. Now we beastin' now. Thunder through the tunnel, from the sideline to the huddle. Stripes we tatted on the jungle when we flex that who they muscle on them. Stripes. Cincinnati, we gon' rise in the in the jungle, we unite in the drippin' orange and black and white. All day when we fight, live and die in these stripes. Stripes. Now who gotta move like it on? Stripes. Now who wanna move crossing on? Stripes. Now who wanna move on? If you got stripes, then you let the city know you rock 'em. Yeah, we got 'em. Yeah, we fought 'em. Like that black and orange Apollo. Bingo bottle, never stop it. To the beast of feast and know who they rockin' with.